Important warning. Someone is planning to harm you in mid-August. Look at the picture before it disappears. My dear child, if you believe in angels, open this message and listen closely from start to finish. Archangel Michael speaks with a voice filled with urgency and fire from heaven, saying you cannot ignore what is being revealed right now. He stands before God's throne with his sword raised high, declaring that this is not a small matter. Heaven is sending an alert for your life, your safety, your future, and your blessings that have been under attack. God says time is short, and you must pay attention before it's too late. He saw it before you knew it. He heard it before you felt it. He is showing you now so you will not walk into the trap that has been set in secret. Someone close to you has allowed jealousy, anger, and greed to poison their heart. They have whispered in hidden places, exchanged promises, and moved in shadows. Money has been given. Lies have been spoken. Their hands are already at work, but nothing is hidden from God. Michael saw their hand raised against you in mid-August, and he could not stay silent. That is why his voice is louder than ever, crying out that this is very serious. Look at what God is showing you and do not let the warning leave your heart. You were chosen, and because you are chosen, the battle has been hard. Because your light shines, they tried to put it out. Because God's hand rests on you, the enemy tried to strike you down. But the Lord will not let you fall. The trap will not succeed. The weapon will not hit you. The terror at night and the arrow by day will not consume you. That is why this word is reaching you right now, before the moment of danger comes. Michael is not an angel who trembles easily, yet his voice shakes because the danger is near. He has fought battles since creation, cast out demons, and guarded heaven with fire, but tonight his cry is heavy because if you ignore this, you may walk straight into harm. This is why he pleads louder than ever, do not skip this. God says the strange feelings you've had lately were not random, they were warnings. The uneasy dreams were not your imagination, they were signs. The sudden heaviness in your spirit was not coincidence, it was heaven speaking to wake you up. Even now, the picture is being revealed. In it are faces, words, and actions that prove what is planned against you. The enemy wants it hidden, erased, and forgotten, but God will not let their plan succeed. He will turn their weapon to dust, but you must respond to his word because faith without action is empty. Michael whispers again, mid-August. Do you feel the chill when you hear it? That is not fear. That is discernment. That is heaven's alarm, pointing to the exact time when this strike was set. God says he goes before you. He exposes them before they reach you. He scatters their steps before they gain strength. He shows you now so you will be ready. Those dreams you had of shadows, strange faces, or sudden arguments were not random, they were previews of this very attack. Michael says he has protected you many times when you didn't know it. He blocked accidents, closed doors that would have destroyed you, and fought off forces that wanted to choke the breath out of you in your sleep. But now he says, you must listen. He cannot fight for you if you ignore the warning. He cannot protect you if you choose blindness. That is why he says again, this is serious. Do not skip this. God says he does not expose danger without also preparing protection. If he shows the enemy's face, he also surrounds you with safety. If he warns of harm, he has already made a way for you to escape it. You will not be touched if you stay close to him. You may be shocked that someone so close, someone who pretended to care, is part of this. But remember, Judas kissed Jesus before betraying him, Delilah caressed Samson before cutting his strength, Joseph's brothers laughed with him before selling him. Betrayal often comes from the ones near you. Do not be surprised, but also do not be afraid. What they meant for evil, God will turn into good. What they plan to destroy, God will transform into testimony. Michael points again, saying, this is the one. Do not ignore the picture. If you act with wisdom, you will avoid their trap, and they will fall into it themselves. God says you prayed for protection, and this is the answer. You cried for clarity, and this is the revelation. You asked for signs, and this is the sign. Take it seriously, because mid-August is close. The clock is ticking, and the enemy is restless because their time is short. You may feel too tired to face this, but God says you will not need to fight. This battle belongs to him. His voice will thunder louder than theirs, his hand will block their strike. You only need to trust, believe, and stand. Michael cries again, this is serious. Do not skip this. Someone is about to harm you in mid-August, but now you are warned, covered, and prepared. See the picture before it's gone, and you will know the truth. God says the urgency you feel right now is proof that heaven is speaking to you. You are chosen. You are loved. You are protected. You are not alone. Even now, angels surround you, their swords drawn, their eyes fixed on your safety. My beloved child, listen carefully because the message is not finished. The Lord says this warning is not just for a moment, it is for a season, because the enemy has not only planned one strike but has tried to plant many traps along your path. Mid-August is the main target, but even after that, they will attempt to move in smaller ways, testing to see if you are awake or asleep. That is why this message must remain alive in your heart. You cannot let it fade after reading. You cannot treat it as a passing thought. You must carry it with you like a shield, because the days ahead require wisdom, prayer, and discernment. The Lord says you already know who this person is, deep inside your spirit. Your heart has felt the uneasiness when they speak. Your soul has felt the heaviness when they come near. You have ignored the signs because you did not want to believe it, but God says now is the time to accept the truth. He is exposing them because their mask is about to fall. You will see them slip. You will hear words that do not match their smile. You will catch them watching you in ways that feel wrong. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations of what heaven has already shown you. My child, the enemy is bold, but his boldness is built on lies. His strength is built on illusions. His power is only borrowed. He cannot touch what God has sealed. He cannot destroy what God has marked as chosen. But he can deceive, and that is why you must not let your guard down. Deception is his greatest weapon. He whispers, "It's nothing," you are imagining it, hoping you will dismiss the warning. But heaven shouts back, "Wake up, it is real, it is serious." That is why Michael has bent low, because the time is short, and your awareness is your greatest protection. The Lord says, "Do not argue with the truth I am showing you. Do not try to hold on to what I am removing. Do not cover what I am uncovering. If I reveal their face, it is because you must separate. If I show their intent, it is because you must cut ties. If I stir your spirit with heaviness, it is because I am trying to keep you safe. My child, you have cried before, asking why relationships suddenly broke, why people walked away, why doors you trusted slammed shut. And now you see, it was protection, not rejection. Every time someone left, it was because God knew what they carried in secret. Every time a door closed, it was because behind it was harm, not blessing. Every no was a shield. Every delay was a rescue. Heaven has been protecting you long before you even realized it. This is why you are still standing, still breathing, still moving forward despite all that was planned against you. The enemy wanted you gone years ago, but you are still here because God's hand was stronger. And if He protected you then, He will protect you now. Michael says the danger is near, but so is your deliverance. The closer the attack comes, the closer your victory also comes. Do not be afraid of August, for what they meant as a month of harm, God has written as a month of breakthrough. Do not fear the day they chose, because God chose the same day to prove His power in your life. The same mid-August they planned for your downfall is the same mid-August heaven planned for your rising. The same hands that tried to strike you will be the same hands that expose themselves. The same mouth that whispered against you will be the same mouth that betrays their own lies. The same weapon formed against you will shatter before it ever touches you. God says, "This is why I am telling you now. Because I want you to walk with confidence, not with fear. I want you to face August with boldness, not with dread. I want you to know that what they plot is already destroyed in my presence. My child, you must walk in wisdom. Do not share too much with people who do not carry your best interest. Do not tell your secrets to those who pretend to care but secretly wish you harm. Do not allow access to your heart, your plans, or your path to those I have revealed as dangerous. Guard your mouth, guard your steps, guard your spirit. For the enemy cannot strike what he cannot reach, and he cannot reach what you keep under my covering. Michael says you must take prayer seriously in this season. Not quick prayers spoken without thought, but deep prayers, prayers of faith, prayers that move heaven. When you pray, angels move. When you pray, chains break. When you pray, traps dissolve. Every time you call on God sincerely, another layer of protection is added around you. This is why the enemy tries to distract you from prayer, why he tries to tire you, to silence you, to keep you too busy or too weary. He knows the moment you pray, his plan loses power. So rise up, my child, and pray with strength. Speak over your home. Speak over your family. Speak over your future. Say with your mouth, "No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I am covered. I am protected. I am chosen." And watch how darkness trembles. The Lord says, "I am not only protecting you, I am also lifting you higher." What was meant as an attack will become your testimony. What was meant as betrayal will become your promotion. What was meant as destruction will become your breakthrough. Do not fear the storm, because the storm is carrying you into a new season. The person who plots against you thinks they are hidden, but they are already exposed. They think they can move in silence, but heaven has already recorded their words. They think they can strike unseen, but Michael has already drawn his sword against them. This is why heaven speaks so loudly, because their time is almost over. Do not waste time worrying. Do not waste nights in fear. Instead, use your strength to praise, because praise is another weapon. When you lift your voice to God, chains fall, walls crumble, darkness retreats. Praise confuses the enemy, because while they expect you to cry, you will sing. While they expect you to tremble, you will rejoice. While they expect you to fall, you will rise. God says the attack itself is proof of your calling. Nobody fights against what is empty. Nobody plots against what is worthless. The very fact that you are being targeted is evidence that you are chosen, that you carry greatness, that your destiny is powerful. The attack is not against your weakness, it is against your strength. The enemy sees what you carry, even when you doubt it yourself. But God says, do not doubt anymore. You are chosen. You are marked. You are sealed. And nothing they do can erase that. My child, take this as a turning point. This is not just another message, it is your lifeline. It is heaven's way of making sure you do not walk blind into danger. It is heaven's shield stretched wide over you. And as mid-August approaches, remember these words. Remember that you are not alone. Remember that Michael stands by your side. Remember that angels surround you. Remember that God Himself goes before you. You will not be touched. You will not be harmed. You will not be destroyed. Instead, you will come out stronger, wiser, and more blessed than before. And now, my child, hear this final part with your whole heart, because heaven does not speak in vain. The Lord says every moment that felt confusing, every time you asked why things were so hard, every night you cried wondering why the battle seemed endless, it was not wasted. You did not suffer for nothing. You did not endure for no reason. Every tear was counted, every pain was recorded, and every prayer was heard. Even the silent prayers you never spoke out loud, even the broken whispers that never left your lips, heaven received them all. And now the time has come for answers. This is why the enemy is desperate. This is why the attacks feel stronger, because the breakthrough is closer than ever before. When the enemy knows he is losing, he fights louder, but his noise does not mean victory, it only means fear. He fears what you are about to become. He fears the doors that are about to open for you. He fears the blessing that is already written in your name. He fears the light that shines from you even in your darkest hour. That is why the pressure increased, that is why the betrayal came, that is why the storm rose, but storms always pass, and when this storm passes you will stand in a land of promise, a place you could not even imagine. The Lord says, you thought you lost too much, but what you lost was only what I removed. You thought you were left empty, but what I emptied was only making space for something greater. You thought the delay meant denial, but the delay was divine preparation. My child, I have been arranging your steps, even when you felt stuck. I have been clearing your path, even when you saw nothing moving. I have been preparing the right connections, even when it seemed everyone left you. I have been shaping you in silence so you could carry what is coming. You must understand that the weight of your calling requires strength, and the trials gave you that strength. The pain made you wiser, the rejection made you sharper, the waiting made you stronger. What once broke you now builds you. What once silenced you now fuels you. What once crushed you now lifts you. You are no longer the same person who entered the fire, you came out refined, like gold. My beloved child, you are stepping into a season where the masks will fall. Not only of the one who plotted in secret, but of many around you. God is exposing hearts, showing you clearly who is for you and who is against you. Do not resist this exposure. Do not try to repaint people God is revealing. Believe what He shows you the first time. If He says their heart is not true, accept it. If He says their intentions are not pure, release them. If He says the connection is unhealthy, walk away. For what He removes is always for your good. And once the false falls away, the true will come. The real friends, the loyal voices, the divine helpers, the people who were always meant to walk with you will appear. They may be few, but they will be faithful. They may not be loud, but they will be true. And with them, you will build the next chapter of your life. Michael says the chains of fear are being broken even as you read this. Fear tried to grip you, but it cannot stay where faith lives. Fear tried to control you, but it cannot breathe where hope rises. Fear tried to silence you, but it cannot win where your voice is lifted in prayer. The moment you choose to trust God completely, fear loses all its power. The enemy fed on your doubts, but when you shut the door to doubt, his access is gone. The Lord says, "Stand tall, my child. Do not bow to fear anymore. Do not shrink in the face of threats. Do not give weight to empty words spoken against you. For greater is the one inside you than the one in the world. My hand is upon you, my spirit is within you, my angels surround you. You are safe, you are chosen, you are unshaken." As August passes and the enemy's plan fails, you will see proof that God was always in control. You will look back at this moment and realize it was the turning point. This is not the end of your story, this is the beginning of your rise. Your life is not closing, it is opening. Your journey is not falling apart, it is coming together. The days ahead will be different, not because problems disappear, but because you will walk with a deeper awareness that heaven is with you. You will no longer waste time doubting yourself, questioning your worth, or chasing people who do not value you. You will walk with confidence, knowing that you are loved, chosen, and equipped. My child, when you feel weak, remember that strength is already within you. When you feel lost, remember the path is already written for you. When you feel alone, remember heaven walks beside you. And when you feel afraid, remember that the same God who spoke this message is the same God who will carry you through every storm. You do not need to understand every detail. You do not need to see every step. You only need to trust. Because the one guiding you has never failed, Michael says, lift your head high, for your enemies are already defeated. The very pit they dug for you, they will fall into themselves. The very net they spread for your feet, they will be caught in. The very lies they told about you will be their own undoing. And while they stumble, you will rise. While they fade, you will shine. While they fall silent, your voice will grow louder, testifying of the goodness of God. The Lord says the next chapter of your life is not sorrow, but joy. Not loss, but gain. Not confusion, but clarity. Not wandering, but direction. Not darkness, but light. The very things you prayed for are on the way. The peace you longed for is near. The love you deserve is being prepared. The opportunities you dreamed of are opening. The breakthrough you fasted for is here. And when it comes, You will know without doubt that it was not by your strength, not by your plan, not by your wisdom, but by the hand of God alone. So rejoice, my child, for the battle is already won. Do not wait until you see it with your eyes. Believe it now in your heart. Sing even before the victory shows, because your faith is the sound that brings heaven closer. Speak life, not death. Speak hope, not despair. Speak blessing, not curse. Fill your home with words of promise, and watch how the atmosphere shifts. Watch how peace settles in. Watch how joy rises. Watch how fear vanishes. This is your closing word. The danger was real, but the protection is greater. The plot was strong, but the promise is stronger. The weapon was formed, but it did not prosper. The storm came, but it did not sink you. The night fell, but the morning has arrived. You are standing because grace carried you. You are alive because mercy shielded you. You are chosen because love never let you go. Now walk boldly into your new season. Walk with strength, walk with faith, walk with joy. Let your life shine as proof that no enemy can stop a child of God. This is not the end. This is the beginning. The chapter of pain is closed. The chapter of victory is open. Go forward, my child, for heaven is with you and nothing will stand against you.